Is buying a condo for a flip property a smart idea? Well, that's what we're gonna go over in today's video. So stay tuned. Let's take a tour of this place and dive right in. So we're sitting outside waiting to go in, and the couple questions that come up when you are touring a condo, when you're identifying it as a potential flip property, is the possible restrictions that come with the Condos Association or Homeowners Association, whatever you want to call it. Do they allow rentals in case the flip doesn't sell? Do they allow outside owners to come in who are not owner occupying it? These are things that will be disclosed in the condo documents that you should probably review prior to purchasing, because the last thing that you want to do is purchase a place and not be able to take it from beginning, middle to end, and then ultimately end up with a dud property or losing money on a deal or whatever the scenario might be. So when you identify those things, you can better make a decision. You know ideally what to look out for, what to watch out for. This one supposedly doesn't need a whole lot of renovation. We will see once we get in it, and then I'll show you guys around the place. So as you can see in the video on the screen, the place is actually extremely nice. New flooring was just installed, new paint. It is a condo unit, so like windows, doors, everything like that is maintained by the Condo Association. And this specific complex has 100 and some different units within it. Now, there is like a den / office area, 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths. One of them is a master bedroom with master bath. And it is very nice, actually. So what was running through my mind as I'm touring this place to kind of give you guys some context is, okay, do we just clean it out, clean it up, and relist it? And I think that is the easiest possible thing to do. And what this would ultimately mean on our side is, hey, we can be in and out within a couple days time. We can send our guys down there. We'll bring an enclosed trailer. We'll load up all the stuff, and we will be ready to relist this place ASAP. Now, the numbers, which I'll show you here in just a second, did not pencil out from a cash offer side of things. So I had to be creative. And that creativity ultimately means using something outside the box of normal reality of just cash offers, and then introducing another topic such as purchasing the property subject to the existing mortgage staying in place. So I'll explain both of those concepts in just a second. So looking on the whiteboard, I drew out the cash offer formula, $170,000 ARV. Now we are gonna have a bunch of costs when it comes into buying the place, paying all the closing costs, commissions when it comes to reselling it, title fees, miscellaneous stuff like that. We have holding costs we have to account for, and then miscellaneous expenses. So I subtracted off 9% total from this ARV value. That puts us at about $154,700 for a break-even dollar amount. Now, if we want to, of course, make a profit, we underwrite for right around $30,000 in profit, which puts us at the cash offer of $124,700. The owner was not willing to accept that, so I had to get a little creative with the offer that we provided. So taking another look at the numbers, I had $170 resale value. Okay, we'll minus off the same 5% closing cost commissions, but then only 2% in holding costs instead of the miscellaneous points or fees you'd have to pay with a hard money loan or private money. And the reason being, I proposed we would take over his mortgage subject to. So we'd take responsibility for the payments, the condo dues, which amount to about $1,385 roughly speaking per month, and then we'd provide him a 10% down payment, which means instead of offering $124 and some change or $123, whatever that amount was, we can now offer $132, $133 and still make a pretty decent profit. So my thought was, hey, we can get into this place for 10% down. We can clean it out, turn around, resell it, recoup a quick profit. We don't even have to necessarily list it at that. We can still make $15,000 to $20,000 with very little work, very little effort. And we're ultimately giving the owner a better, higher paying option. We are back to the bad foundation house. So we previewed the beginning of the video with the condo. We broke that down for you guys. We are in this particular property, and let's run through the final numbers together. So we had the initial purchase price, if you guys can remember, at $72,000 on this particular property. A 3-bed, 1-bath ranch here in the city of Oshkosh, and it needed a crap ton of work. Initial rehab estimates, if my memory serves me correct, we were right around 100 to 110,000. Currently, where we are sitting, I don't know if this includes all the bills or not, we're at 108,422 on the remodel. So we have 108 grand stuck into this place. As you can tell from the exterior to interior, everything has been redone. Exterior, we just did the concrete work outside. It turned out really, really well. They did a fantastic job. Had to do the driveway, front sidewalk, back sidewalk. But now we're gonna have to pay another $2,200 to have the yard regraded, dirt brought in. We're gonna be into this place for quite a bit of money. So 72 grand plus roughly 115 equates to about $190,000 in cost. Now with that, of course, we're gonna have additional closing fees, closing costs, holding costs for this particular property. So let's say we're in for 195 total. If we sell it for 230, subtract off some closing costs, minus 195, we're expected to make less than what we originally anticipated. Go figure. Expected profit on this one would be right around $25,000-ish if everything goes perfectly. I'm hoping that it does. This is a fantastic product. And honestly, we can probably get more than 230 on the resale side just because the quality of work that's done, the quartz counters, the tile backsplash, the tile tub surround. Literally the house is brand new from the foundation up as you guys are watching this video. Now, if we wouldn't have had to stick $40,000 into this basement, we would have turned out extremely, extremely well. That would have been like a $65,000 net profit. But foundation work is extremely costly. The rebuild process is extremely costly. The additional items that you have to repair besides the foundation is very costly. Obviously, yard, concrete work, exterior work, so on and so forth. And we're still in the process. We have quite a few places that we're gonna be closing on here in May, selling in May. And we have some other project updates that I want to bring to you in this video on some rentals that recently got destroyed. So we're in Omro at the duplex that recently went vacant. These lower tenants, they ended up getting kicked out. They destroyed the unit, more or less. So in the bathroom area here, and I'll show you guys some B-roll footage, the tub, they must have took a hammer or something to it. They cracked the old tub. Tub surround was shot. We're replacing that. We had to replace several doors. This back bedroom, when I say it had a smell, it was like straight up cat piss in here. So we had to kills the floor. We basically sealed everything in with an oil-based paint. It doesn't smell at all anymore, thankfully. So that is all taken care of. It's done and over with. Kitchen, we did this remodel previously, but the kitchen is really nice. New counters, new cabinets, new appliances, everything like that when we had remodeled this about 2 years ago. So kind of the story on this, the background of this particular property is we had bought this in probably 2022 or 2021 for $44,000. I think we've stuck roughly about $60,000 into the renovation, so you can tell when we're buying something for that cheap, you're sticking more into a renovation. Obviously, it needed quite a bit of work. We did the exterior siding, which you guys saw, remodeled this unit, remodeled the upstairs unit, and now we're redoing this. So that's the one thing with rental properties that no one discusses, no one talks about. That rentals, although they can be profitable, you get one bad tenant, it will screw up the cash flow for months or years to come. This specific unit turn is probably going to be between $5,000 to $7,000, just based upon the damage that was done. And of course, we had a security deposit, but that only covers a fraction of it. So we had to redo quite a bit of stuff. This should be done by the end of the week, and I'm hoping that we can get it back on the market. It leases for roughly about $1,100 a month, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, lower unit in the city of Omro. But that is the one thing that you always need to be careful of with rental properties. Try and tenant proof it as much as possible. We are going to hold this for the long term, and eventually someday when the mortgage is paid down or paid off, it'll be a very, very profitable venture. Or at some point, if we do end up selling it, we can transition into a much bigger or better property. So that is the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see ya in the next one.